r/ask Reddit. What's the most useless thing you own? My other 3 wine glasses. All the good glassware I have that no one, not even company, has ever used. I use them to drink water out of. It's my way of encouraging myself to drink more water at home. I'm gonna hydrate like a fancy lady. A bunch of sweaters and hoodies. I live on an island country and it doesn't get cold at all. Same here. I purposely seek out places with really cold aircon so that I can wear my jackets. In Texas, as soon as it dips below like 60 you see people breaking out ridiculous bubble coats. From Alaska and live in Houston now. I live for the 60-degree days I get to use my extensive sweater collection. South Dakotan who moved to the same area. Here, it's not even cold, but I'll be damned if I miss the opportunity to wear a jacket. A hip flask with the name Keith written on it. My name isn't Keith. That's the flask's name, Dumbo. I've got this useless hair on my head named Waldo, and he's never around when I need him. Be nice. Waldo is preventing you from being Baldo. A small drawer of random things I haven't used in at least 10 years. I am not willing to throw away the contents of this drawer, because maybe one day I would need to use one of those random things. Realistically though, I will never use any of them ever again. Oh yeah, we all got the drawer. Mine has charger cables for phones that don't exist anymore, pins, screws, semi-broken pens and hot glue sticks. When doing a deep clean of my house earlier this year I found that I had 4 such drawers, so I decided to get rid of some shit and got down to 2. Plus 1 electronics bin for all the cables and old phones and tablets and digital cameras, etc. I feel you. I have 2 drawers. 2 extra toolboxes with random needed specific special tool one time 3 years ago things, and an attic with 4 plastic 3 drawer organizers with multiples of every electronic and computer cable, adapter, connector, and AC adapter known to man. Incredibly useful several times a year, mostly for other people. I still have my Blockbuster card. Same. I have a pocket in my purse for cards that will never be used because the companies have closed, like Blockbuster, Gamer Station, Woolworths, JJB, Toys R Us. Sometimes I like to look at them and feel sad. Woolworths is a long time now. Laughs in Australian. Woolworths was a long time ago. Yeah, about 45 minutes ago when I dropped in to get noodles for work lunches. Exercise bike. Collecting dust in the basement. I bet 90% meet the same fate, if not more. Often found in guest bedrooms with clothes draped on them. Literally the stationary bike downstairs right now, sitting in the guest bedroom, serving as a rack for freshly ironed clothes. A test paper from 2009 that I accidentally brought home from school, and now I can't give it back. You could recycle it, or do what I do, burn them, or eat it. Nah, I'ma keep it as a memoir of my mistake. My parents keep me as a memoir of their mistake. A comb. I'm hairless. Hairless is such a funny way to describe a bald person for some reason. My first thought was like a human version of those hairless cats. Look up alopecia. I am the human version of those hairless cats, aka Sphinx cats. I was going to suggest grow a beard and comb it, but if not, then get a pet and comb it. I have a pet snake so I'm not the only hairless one in the house. My old college textbooks, the resale value on them was so poor, thanks to ridiculous new editions coming out each semester rendering these books useless for future students, that I figured it would be better to keep the texts as resources down the road. Then the internet erupted and now all that information, and way more, is available at the click of a mouse. I'll never forget how I dropped $150 on a new edition of Normal Psychology textbook that the professor insisted we would make heavy use of, to the point that she held a raffle for one. We did not open that book once all semester, as everything was on PowerPoints available online. The bookstore offered me $20 to buy it back. She probably co-authored the book. I had the best professor for sophomore English lit. She couldn't find a textbook she liked, so she just typed up her years of notes from teaching the class and had them bound at Kinko's. Even had little bits of her lecture notes left out, so you had to pay attention during class to fill in the blanks. First day of the semester, she collected $5 from everyone, and on day 2 we got our textbook. A broadsword and shield. I'm not a reenactor. These aren't hanging on my wall. Not sure why I still keep them in the garage. In case of sudden Viking incursion. Open garage. On the other side of the sword and shield there's a gun safe. Why not have a sword and shield? It's cool as hell to just have it. My buddy owns one of those ridiculous prop swords. The kind you might salivate over at the mall when you were in high school. One time there was a homeless dude causing a big duckus in the morning on his street, yelling and carrying on. He jumped out of bed, grabbed the sword, and ran naked into the street, brandishing it and screaming. The homeless dude was out crazy and ran off, so they're not completely useless. 6 or 7 pillows that live on my couch. If I want to sit or lay down, the first thing I have to do is move a bunch of pillows so I can relax in comfort. Where do I put them? Do I have to put them back when I'm done? How much was spent on these comfort obstacles? Son of a. I love that term, comfort obstacles. This is quite possibly my biggest gripe with my wife. It drives me nuts that if I need to sit down I have to take 6 pillows off the couch. Then she gets mad at me like I need to accommodate the pillows and leave them on the couch. A yodeling pickle. Please elaborate. You ever seen a pickle? Alright, now picture that pickle high in the Alps. There's this old guy who has a yodeling pickle in his pocket because he has Alzheimer's, so randomly he will hear something to start yodeling in his pocket for a quick laugh. Since he never remembers that he has it, I might edit this comment later with a link to the post. A bread maker. Yes, I will set it up the night before so I get fresh bread every morning. It lasted a week before I went back to making bread the way my grandma taught me. Now I've lost a few of its bits, and the only time I've touched it in 10 years was when we moved house, and it moved from the top shelf of one pantry to another. I've never got rid of a broken laptop. Over the past decade or so I've managed to rack up 5 of them that I've somehow convinced I'll one day do something with. As if anyone's just waiting for me to show up with a 2008 horsepower with a broken keyboard and a wobbly power socket. I moved house earlier in the year and, rather than doing the sensible adult thing and taking the opportunity to throw them out, I brought the duckers with me. A cat. She doesn't pay rent. She never brings home chicken wings. And one time she peed on my side of the bed. I've got 2. They puke on the carpet, knock down piles of books. They shed on everything, so much cat hair. They sleep in my bed and sometimes wake me up at 3 AM because they need emergency pets or they're fighting for who gets to sleep in the good spot. One always tries to drink my milk. The other steals Lego pieces and tries to eat them. I still don't know where she's hidden a couple of my minifigs. Anytime they have to go to the vet it's a crazy high bill. And I love them to pieces and can't imagine my life without them. My cat actually helps a lot in my home. I live in a rural area with a lot of rodents, so they get inside and chew on my curtains and bite holes in my cleaning product bottles. She catches them whenever they sneak around. My pancreas. Possibly this big dog crate we got a few weeks ago. Spent $130-ish on it. One of our 2 large dogs is terrified of storms. He'll try to get on your lap and scratch you all up in the process. He'll bust through the bedroom door at night and try to get in bed with you, trembling his ass off. No one can sleep. We've tried barricading him when storms happen at night, but he scratches at the doors and it scares the shit out of us. And it's pretty amazing some of the jerry-rigged barricades he's smarted his way through. I read a crate can help dogs like him feel comforted, and it seemed like it would be a great solution for our family to help us sleep on storm nights. So we bought it, and the next time there was a storm, I got him in it and he hated it. Freaked his freak out the whole time. Weeks later and he won't go near the thing. So I decided, well, we threw $130 bucks at this. I'm pretty committed to training him to use and love it. Some time ago, we started feeding him by the crate. That's where he eats now. He's no longer afraid of it, but we still can't get him to go inside it and I don't want to force it either. Well, we had a storm a few nights ago when we were all heading to bed. He started losing it. And you know what I did? I turned the goddamn TV on. Dude calmed down within the first 10-15 minutes of watching some Parks and Rec. I guess because it drowned out the rain and because he always chills and sleeps while we watch TV. So it made him feel like everything was fine. We didn't hear a peep out of him. So this $130 dog crate just serves as a plant stand now. And my 8-year-old likes to sit in it and read, and hide in it for hide and seek. Meanwhile I just had to turn the damn TV on for the dog. It's no longer a dog crate, it's a 8-year-old crate. Deck it out with some blankets and pillows and a reading light. It'll be like a little fort. I think that sounds awesome. Probably best to take the door off first, because that would probably give off the wrong impression to anyone seeing a bunch of children's stuff inside of a cage. I own a useless box. The one with the switch that causes one side to open and a small metal arm to pop out and turn itself off. I ducking love it. My brother gave my kids one as a gift. Got a little use and then the littlest one pulled a wire off it so it doesn't work. I can fix electronics, but there's something weird about having a useless box on my workbench now awaiting a careful repair. I have a couch I never sit in. My living room has a couch, love seat, recliner, and a big solo seat with an ottoman. Nothing but the recliner sees my ass. Chickens which aren't laying eggs. Damn feathery freeloaders. If my wife was to answer this post, she'd probably say me. Autographed Lance Armstrong jersey. At one point, it was worth well over $1,000. What's it worth now? I'm assuming it's a jersey he wore and raced in. Maybe $100? That's pretty much what the unsigned jersey would sell for. It's a 2000 Tour de France jersey. It's not one he wore back in the early 2000s. Signed Lance stuff was in much demand. I sold an authenticated signed poster for $670 on eBay in 2002. A CPU with a hole in it so it can function as a keychain. My goldfish. It does nothing, not even joy. I'm not really sure why it even exists. A guest bedroom. Everyone who said they'd visit bailed. A LED light that turns 4 colors for my toilet bowl. Unsanitary. Stupid. Who goes to the bathroom in the dark anyway? Me every day at least twice to not wake myself up. I have a basketball ring that you can attach to your head. Bro, this is amazing. This would be perfect for some shitty drinking game. A Black & Decker cordless drill. It's good for about 4 screws until it completely dies. Absolutely worthless. I bought a really fat squirrel statue for $15. If anyone wants, I'll attach a picture. A Planet Fitness membership. A sparkly unicorn backpack covered in iridescent white sequins. I don't carry it, but I saw it and was unable to resist its strange charm. My inner child pretty much runs the place. A buckle from a former landlord. I rent an apartment in Russia for a year. When I moved back to France I gave them some foie gras I still had. He was really happy and after searching something for a few seconds, he just took his buckle off and gave it to me so I would remember him. He was a nice guy. I keep this buckle in a drawer. A pocket watch, or an antique glass pen. They look cool as hell though. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.